welcome to Your Happy Day. I'm Singh, and I'm here to talk about the uncertain days that has come upon all of us. Many of us are dealing with all sorts of emotions. Fear is a big one, loneliness, the uncertainty is making us feel extremely anxious. And many of us also are feeling a great sense of loss over what used to be the world as we knew it, and so there's a lot of grief inside of us. Well, I'm here to share with you two processes that will help you deal and cope with these uncomfortable feelings and emotions, and also to help you reduce their frequency, intensity, and duration. The first one is called interrupting the negative mind loop. Interrupting the negative mind loop. The second one is creating a positive mindset. Now, we all know that how we begin the day sets its tone. So, the very first thing that I tend to do when I wake up is to greet the day cheerfully. There sometimes can be that I haven't even opened my eyes, right? But I'm aware that, oh, I'm awake now. So when I'm awake, even if I've not opened my eyes, I begin the day by greeting myself first. Good morning, Anu, very cheerfully. Good morning, sun. Good morning, sky. Today is going to be a beautiful day. These are the four things that I normally say. Then I sit up in my bed and I take 3 deep breaths. Breaths like that. And why is this important? Well, because usually you will find that your body will be holding on to yesterday, all the emotions, things that happened yesterday, or even if you've had certain not so pleasant dreams, your body will be holding all that in, and that kind of influences your mind. So taking those 3 deep breaths helps to release all of that, all of yesterday. And then the most important step here now, after those 3 deep breaths, is for you to set the intention for the day. An intention is your plan for the day. Now, this is not a to-do list. You know how we set our day, today I'm going to accomplish this, today I'm going to do this. No, that's not what this intention is. This is a different intention. This is an intention that will help you disrupt any negative mind loops, and also it will help you create a new mindset. Let me give you some examples. One of my favorite intentions is every hour I'm going to stop what I'm doing and smile for 10 seconds. That's one intention. Another example, which is my favorite one, would be every hour I'm going to stop what I'm doing, find a space where I don't feel very uncomfortable or self-conscious, and dance. Just dance for 10 to 20 seconds, right? Shake my body out. Or another one could be I go outside and I will find a yellow flower and I will admire it for 10 seconds. The important thing is that your intention has to be simple. Simplicity always wins, and it has to be doable. But also another important thing, it has to be new. It has to be something that you have not done before, okay? And each day your intention has to be different. You'll have fun with it. Now, the other thing that you will set your mind to is a statement. This is your happiness statement. After the activity, find a statement that resonates with you, that will make you feel happy. This too shall pass. Today is a beautiful day. Whatever, these are some examples. You need to find what you know usually helps you feel a little better. Okay. Here are some things that usually happen for most people when they begin. You may find that you've set an hour, the alarm, for an hour, right, to do your intention. Beep, the alarm goes off. You're in the middle of a meeting. So don't get disheartened. It's fine. These are not rules set in stone, right? These intentions are for you. So what I recommend you do then is to finish that activity that is claiming your attention and that you cannot interrupt, and then do what you were planning to do. Take those 30 seconds out. Then reset your alarm, because you're going to do it every hour. It's that simple. Another thing that you may notice is that you may have a lot of expectations. That if you've been having some negative thoughts and you do this intention, you do this activity, you will suddenly feel much better. And really much, much better. Well, please don't be surprised if that actually doesn't happen. You may not feel terrific. You may feel a little different, but not overwhelmingly so. But that's okay. Give yourself time, because it takes time for everything to set in. One of the most important things to understand is to never judge yourself. Self-criticism or being harsh with yourself is actually going to get you back into that first negative mind loop. So please be kind to yourself and just go with the flow. Okay? The next important step, you've done this through the day, you've set your intention, and you've done it as best as you could. Then the next important thing is at the end of the day, you again sit up on your bed, you take 3 deep breaths, and then go over your day. Be very mindful and be aware of what happened during the day. Were you having some not so great feelings? And then you did your intention. How did you feel after that? Right? Feel it in your body. The body is very important. Your body is the one that tells you and informs you what's going on, far more than your mind actually. So, ask yourself, how did you feel right after the activity? Okay? And then, this is important. What happened if you shifted back to your old negative mindset? What happened? Did you go read the news? Did you do something or not do something that made you fall back into the same mind loop? Please pay attention to this. You will find that if you do this over many days, you will begin to see a pattern. This is like getting to know you, right? You get to know yourself. You will see that there are some patterns that you generally tend to have. These patterns are habits of thought and habits of behavior. These are the habits that get you sucked back into that negative mind loop. So please pay attention. Well, I have found that it's important to keep a journal and write this down at the end of the day. Sometimes it even helps to write my intention as soon as I've set it in the morning and my happiness phrase. Okay. Let me explain to you why these steps that I've told you to do helps you. Here's how it happens, right? We all feel that it's to some extent or the other that we are sort of under the control and greatly influenced by events, people, circumstances outside of us. That we'll be walking along feeling quite okay, and then boom, something happens. And then we sink into this negative feeling, negative mind loop. Usually what happens is when we are influenced by the outside, a thought pops into our head. Why did this happen? How come this is happening? It's something that, an event outside that sort of doesn't fall into our expectation of what we desire, what we want to have happen. That disappointment grabs us and a thought pops up, and usually the thought is, poor me, why is this happening? How is this happening? It's kind of usually doomsday. Here's what happens when you have such thoughts. Our body instantly reacts to that thought. You may find your heart sinking, you may have sweaty palms, everything that you usually know that accompanies this negative mindset, right? So what is happening now? The next step that happens, you may be surprised to know, is now your body feeds back to your mind and your brain that things are not okay, that we are not safe. Remember this, you had a thought, your body felt bad, but then your body feeds back to your mind and your brain the thought, we're not safe, we're not okay. When that happens, your mind grabs hold of another negative thought. Oh my God, we're never going to be okay. And that again informs your body, and then your body feeds back to your mind, we are doubly unsafe. So notice what is happening. You're in this loop now. You don't know what controls what. And before too long, it does really feel like everything that happens on the outside really is the reason for how badly you're feeling. Well, I have some really great news for you. That's not true. Events outside of you may affect you, but you are not somebody that can be pushed around. No. You have a lot of power inside of you. Here's what you can do. You take charge. And what do you take charge of? Do you take charge of figuring out or changing the outside? Maybe. That's just one choice. It doesn't always work out, does it? You can't really control everything. But what you will control now is how your mind will not control your body and get you into a negative loop. This is why it's important to start building up on your positive pool, right? So you're going through your day, and when you interrupt your day doing an activity that changes your body feels different. Remember, your body feeds your mind. And then you feed on your thought, today is a happy day. What happens is now your mind will grab onto another good thought. That's just what our mind does. It follows a train of thought. Now it grab onto another good thought. When it grabs onto another good thought, your body will start feeling better. That's buzzing with happiness. It feeds your mind back. This is a loop, and there you have it. Your entire day shifts. Will this happen overnight? No. It cannot happen overnight, right? Everything takes time, as I said. But I promise you, over time, you will be developing a new mindset. You'll be developing habits of thought and behavior where you get to influence how you feel, how you get to influence how your body responds. It's very simple. Try it. Have a happy day.